We just work in a great big shed in Wales making Doctor Who, and for the most part no one pays us any mind at all. They just leave us alone. And then suddenly all this happens. This still seems to me the most extraordinary thing that has ever happened to me or ever will. First of all, as a writer, you're terribly anonymous, so you don't expect anyone to know who you are. And because I am, by nature, actually terribly shy, and I've got used to the idea, as most middle-aged shy men have, of concealing that behind abuse and nasty jokes. But when people just recognize you in the street, I just flinch. I look as though I'm being arrested. Every single time I get in the frisking position, it's just embarrassing. And coming out here and people shouting and knowing who you are, it's the most bewildering thing that has ever or ever will happen to me. And sometimes actually quite frightening. What was that? Oh, bless you, you're very cool. It's still terrifying. And I feel particularly this year, it just feels very, very strong and very, very different. And there's a sort of, I don't know, your own accent is coming out more this year. That's funny, isn't it?
It is funny. And do you know what's really interesting as well? I noticed when Mark Gatiss writes a script, the northernisms, because I'm from in the UK, what we call up north. And that's my accent.
Or what I call slightly less south.
As a doctor, how has your life changed since then?
I walk into a room and 2,000 people cheer. This is not business as usual.
How long did you have to keep it as a secret? And how hard was it?
It was very hard to keep it a secret because Stephen gave me the most wonderful gift that I wanted to scream and shout and tell everyone. But when they told me I was in the Czech Republic and I was working on a job and I couldn't tell anyone in the set, so I had to leave. Go into a little corner and go. I would walk around going, I'm Doctor Who, I'm Doctor Who. I'm Doctor Who. And each day I would wake up and go, I'm still Doctor Who. And I would walk around the streets in Prague, and I'd be going, I couldn't tell anyone.
What has it been like traveling around the world together? Looks like that there's a bond between you. How has it been, the tour?
Like we're in a band. But with Doctor Who music.
This is pretty like a little rock and roll. We get to wear our shades and arrive at the airport and fans scream at us. We throw television sets out of the hotel windows, empty the minibars. It's great, it's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And I went into the TARDIS and this may be a surprise. I hope this is not a spoiler. But it's not bigger on the inside. And I went there Jenna was there, and we didn't really know each other very well, but the two of us were there. And there was a prop guy with a smoke gun. Hello, how are you doing? All right, here you go. You know what? And then when you shut the door, it's black. No one. No round things, no roundels. Tell me about it. I know. Tell me about it. And so I was in there with Jenna, and just we didn't really know each other. And we started saying, "Oh, hello, hello, nice to see you. What did you have for your dinner last night?" I thought, well, I've got to go be Doctor Who now. Excuse me. And you just get on with it.
You gave me a kiss. Actually, you gave me a kiss. And then I remember, this is the scene, and there was dinosaurs, and there was, the Doctor was all disorientated, and there was Strax and the green one, and so much going on, and everyone was on set. And I remember it was the third take, and then I just heard something, and then in my head, I just went, and he's off. And that was it.
But I didn't have to study them because I just watched the show. I love it. I know, and I think I'm lucky. Because I was brought up with it. It started when I was 5, and I started watching it then. I don't know what my mother was doing with me, but and then it's part of my DNA. So lucky. Doctor Who. The Chumblies.
I got it.
Call yourself Doctor Who fans.
Okay, the Chumblies are back. You can write it up now.
They're very,
Now
very
even
old,
fatter.
very tiny monsters from a long, long time ago. The Daleks, of course.
And during this tour, you've had the opportunity to get to know the fans. And probably for the first time since you became the Doctor. Having visited a few countries lately, please share with us what has surprised you the most in each of the international cities you've been to.
The scale, the size of Doctor Who fandom, and the success of the show on the planet has amazed me. And I just would like to say, talking about that this huge international success is due to a lot of people. Obviously, Stephen and Jenna here, but I wouldn't really be here at all if it wasn't for Russell T. Davies, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant. Who, along with a whole pile of other people, brought the show to the world in a way that it never was before. What was the question? The fans have been amazing, and are they different? I'm always fascinated to ask them what it is they like about Doctor Who, because I grew up in Scotland, which is cold, dark, the cold, dark room. And in the corner of the TV was this little flickering blue television set, and this magic would play out every Saturday night. And so for me, it was almost like a fairy tale that someone was telling me, that I just loved. And to discover that in Brazil, it is huge, is wonderful. But also in Mexico, and in Australia, and in South Korea. It's just extraordinary, and the fans have been so pure in their response. I think their affection for the show is utterly sincere. And to feel that is an amazing privilege, so thank you.
Kind of what I said before, don't ever imagine this isn't appreciated, that this isn't a moment in our lives. You can imagine that people who sort of seem to do this for a living, we don't really, might think that this is just what we do or we're used to it, blasé. I don't quite know what to do with myself every single time it happens. It's a meaningful moment. It makes making the show a more joyous experience. You being here and cheering and shouting and showing me your smiling faces and your remarkable range of fezzes is something I will always remember. And I'm not just saying that. You know I am deficient in charm. It actually does mean the world. And it's meant the world in every place in the world we've been. So thanks.
I really don't think I can say it any better. Exactly that, and thank you. These are just adventures of a lifetime.
That's absolutely perfect true, what both of you said. It's just extraordinary. If you, even getting the role of Doctor Who, which is amazing. If you had told me then that we would be in Rio with a room full of like-minded people who I wouldn't have believed you, and yet we're here. So thank you so much.
Mr. World, place to visit, anything please.
Teaser.
A teaser. You both go first.
Okay.
Me first. Hang on.
I would say, trust no one.
I'm scared to say what I want to say.
I'm struggling too.
I am going to be very off the wall and just say tiny. So full of words. Yeah, ask him for one.
Oh, I'll just go for death.
Before we say goodbye, unfortunately, there are people outside of Rio that couldn't be here with us. So please, they will be watching you at some Livraria Cultura stores in São Paulo, Curitiba, Porto Alegre, and Recife later. This is the moment, please, to send a special message for them to the camera. The camera over here.
To where?
To people who are watching in the stores later.
All right. Peter.
Thank you so much for being on our side. We really, really appreciate it. We've come a very long way, over quite a long time, 50 years. And the fact that you here in this wonderful country are interested in us is really, we find very heartwarming, so we thank you so much.
Well, with those words in our minds, it's time to say thank you very, 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 very much to Steven, Peter, and Jenna, and wish them a safe journey back to London. Thank you very, very much.
But there are just some people to thank, and those are the people at BBC Worldwide who have put this package together and got us here. We've gone around the world in 12 days. We've gone through time zones, we've crossed date lines, and we've met thousands and thousands of the most wonderful fans in the world. But what I have realized is that there are even more fans out there that we haven't got to meet. Fans in villages and in homes, and towns and cities, all over the world, all over the planet of fans. And I just want to say to them, thank you very much for being fans of Doctor Who, because Doctor Who belongs to you, and the only reason that we here, who have the privilege of making the programme, are here is because of you. Thank you so much.